This is Harley Drifter. I'm going to be showing some camps that I've set up since I've started this. It's just mostly to show what you can do. Real quick, easy, off the side of the road camps. One of the main things that you need to make sure that you're aware of is when you get in there, if it rains all night or for a couple days and you're stuck there, how are you going to get out? Make sure that you can get out if the ground is saturated with water. Other than that, it's just mostly getting out of sight, tucking yourself away into the vegetation. People aren't going to be out there hunting down campers. I've camped beside farmers' fields. Nobody showed up. Just stay away from people's houses. They get a little nervous. They're everywhere. All these spots are all over the place. You just got to start looking for them. And once you get where you've spotted a few of them, the next ones will be easier to spot. It's just one of those things that takes some practice to do. So anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about each camp as I go through them. Maybe it'll inspire somebody or give you some ideas. And let's get started. This was my first camp that I made when I hit the road. It was across the river from a distillery. There was some kind of utilities thing going on here. I just basically parked my bike, set up my bedroll on the other side of it, threw a tarp over it, slept there for the night. It was okay. I wish I would have set up my tent, but I was just for my first camp. I was worried about somebody coming up on me, and I just wanted to be able to get out of there really quick if I had to. Since it was a utilities place, had a camera there, some lights that came on. No telling who's going to show up in the middle of the night to do some work in case the power went out or something. I don't know. I just figured it'd be better to be able to hit the road real quick than take 40 minutes to pack up my tent. I found this camp just east of Paducah and Swanee, just at the northern tip of between the lakes recreation area, national recreation area. So right there's the entrance. You could tell that it hasn't really been used. I had to move some logs out of the way right there, but it's paved all the way in. It's a straight shot, no curves, but still it's overgrown. And I came all the way back here to the back of this little road that ends at apparently a railroad track that I discovered at 2 in the morning when a train came through. I guess that it's not used during the daytime, but at night, every 2 hours, a train will come through. And this is the tent set up for the night. Breakfast cooking again. This here's a camp that I found just inside the Nebraska state line. Pretty much you can set up anywhere. You just kind of got to get off the road, get back into the vegetation. And this is what I woke up to the next morning. It rained until about 11, and then it stopped and I got out of there. It wasn't too bad. I came over this little rise here when I found this camp late at night. It was after dark. It wasn't late. Came in, set up my tent, pulled everything off the bike, woke up the next morning, and ran into this. I decided that I'd probably just go ahead and get packed up and leave, just in case that belonged to somebody that was going to be there shortly. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose when you're looking for a camping spot. I lost this night, had to set up in a truck stop. It rained on me about 3 in the morning, but I did get a shower out of the deal. This here's my first shower. Compliments of Scooter Tramp Scotty, who tipped me up on this. And they have towels, a washcloth, which I didn't know about, my own little private toilet, and my shower. I'm kind of like a fan, just in case it's too hot in here. Scotty, thanks for the tip, man. First time I ever asked anybody. They kicked me down a shower. Appreciate it. This is Camp 5, halfway in between Sturgis and Deadwood. By far the most relaxed camp I had. This was the first time I was there before I went to Wyoming. It was great, very relaxing, except for this ranger that came and woke me up the very first afternoon I got there. Let me know that I could only stay for 14 days, but good camp all the way around. This camp here was in Wyoming. I had been across the street and they wanted $16 to camp in one of their campgrounds with the bathroom. So I just drove across the road, about a mile down that dirt road, set up camp, and this is what I woke up to in the morning. Wasn't a bad camp for the night.
I saw you plugged it in there, and I figured, what the heck, because I can't
The
do that.
Camp 5 hooligans. Joe, Montana, Matt, Cliff, and Gary. The Ontario, or Alberta, huh?
Yeah.
Alberta.